welcome to insPAWed. I'm Cindy Morgan. This is my four-legged co-host, Nigel. And this show celebrates the pets who aspired their purpose and the paths that followed. Today, my guest is Chuck Chopak. He is part of Team Stella, and here is Miss Stella. Today, we're joined by them, and they're going to talk about their voluntary therapy dog team. Chuck and his French Bulldog Stella built a strong bond from the very beginning, one that led them to become a nationally certified pet partners therapy team. Today, they visit local nursing homes and rehab facilities, as well as the Haverhill Public Library, creating moments of comfort, connection, and joy for both residents and children. Stella isn't just friendly, she's making a real impact in her community, and what an honor to have you two here. These two are a legend in town in Haverhill, Massachusetts. Everybody loves Stella and Chuck, so welcome.
Thank you. I'd first like to say she is a minor celebrity. We don't want her to get a big head. So I always tell her she's a minor celebrity, even though people stop her all the time on the street and scream, Queen Stella, Queen of Haverhill, or something from their car. Like yesterday, it was like cutie.
Yep. Hey,
but
you know, it is what it is.
it is
right?
what it is. Stella, you
and
good girl?
And you're glad to be her servant, right?
Oh, authorized treat dealer.
Yes, exactly. So why don't you tell us all about Stella and how she inspired you?
So Stella, as you said, is a French Bulldog. We moved to Haverhill. Well, let me just tell you a little bit about Stella first.
Yes, sure.
Stella is a loving, friendly, and very gentle dog.
Yep.
She loves people from the youngest to the oldest. And she is just very friendly. And also the thing that is always striking me is people react so positively to her all the time. And so you know, it's just always, I go for a walk and we get stopped continuously. And it's just lovely. And it's so much fun for me anyway. She loves it because she always goes straight to the person. And so, but Stella was born in Amesbury.
Yeah.
She on Fox Hill Farms.
She's a local girl.
She's a local girl. And they raised the police dogs for, they raised police dogs and trained them and trained police departments in
For
Massachusetts.
protective
and
purposes,
right,
to be an officer.
Right. The first time I ever saw a French Bulldog was at Fox Hill Farm. We went to go see the puppies, or some dogs that were there anyway. And her dad, who was to become her dad, Marvin, looked like her, red fawn and black mask, and just was a super handsome, chill guy.
Yeah.
And it turns out they were such good trainers. We heard that they taught him to do bomb detection.
Wow, really?
And so this goes to the point of how smart these dogs are. And when they don't want to do something, it's not their intelligence; they're bullies, and it's a choice.
Right.
But she's gotten into doing what we're doing. A lot of training, a lot of repetition.
Yeah, intelligent breed.
Intelligent breed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I was just to continue the story.
Yes.
We had done in December of 2024 a Canine Good Citizen course,
Yes.
AKC.
Yep.
And it went really well. Great trainer, Tara. And I say great. The very first meeting, you don't bring your dog, because it's very clear you're the problem.
Yep. Yep.
And so it's like, you know, we got read the riot act. We were told you got to be consistent. And went on for an hour. Great trainer. She said, you know, and so we had really not a very good puppy training. So we wanted to do this just to get the basic skills.
Yep. Nigel's Canine Good Citizen. I've been through that.
Yeah, and so it's a good training, and
It is
Tara
good
was
training.
great. But you've been through it. I was worried because there were one moment especially.
Yeah. What was it?
It was the place that we did it had puppy training right before it.
Okay.
And so we went there to practice like some of the things that we were going to be tested on. And she is such a food-driven dog. that she couldn't help but go all over left, right, and front, back, looking for crumbs.
Yeah.
And so I
So
was
you're like, I'm never going to get her attention. She's never going to be able to pay attention.
so that was the first potential problem. The second potential problem
Sit.
was that at some point she has to sit down and be petted and stay.
Yep.
She loves Tara so much that I thought, there's no way she'll sit for that. Because Tara had done what's called enrichment at this doggy daycare.
Yep.
Some of which ended up being some of the obstacle course and some of that. And so she would run through a wall for a treat or Tara.
But she did it obviously.
That's something that will come back in our conversation.
Okay.
She did, and I was really, really pleased. And then a couple months later, I was retired.
Yeah.
And as the business I was involved in was closed. And so I reached out to Tara and said, "What do you think? Could she be
Want you to pet him.
Could she be a therapy dog?"
Yeah.
And she goes, "She'd be a natural." So I said, "So what do we do?" And she goes, "Well, go visit someplace and see how that goes." And so first we went to visit Hannah Dunstan, which is now called Haverhill Rehab and Skilled Nursing.
Yes.
To visit someone from our building, and
kind of test it out, test the
test
waters.
it out. I mean,
Yep.
And so it went really well. The person was really happy to see her because she knows her and just laughs when she sees her continuously. But she got reactions all the way down each of the halls, and the hall going there, coming back. And so I was pretty inspired. And so I called the person who is in charge of the activities there.
Yep.
She said, "Well, come by." And so we went by, we talked to her, we gave some paperwork, like her vaccines and her rabies. And so we started visiting about a year ago.
So you're falling right into my next question. What moment made you realize your pet had sparked something bigger?
So
it's when you went there and saw the reaction. Because you at that time had not been doing anything with therapy pet. You were the business guy who had a dog. Business goes
I was
away.
in international development. I'd worked in over 40 countries, and
so you were doing the corporate thing, right? So you were on the corporate grind.
Well, it was more development.
Yep.
But it was a corporate anyway. But anyway, so it was.
So you see this reaction there in the nursing home, and you say, you know what? There's something here.
Well, let me tell you the reaction, because that was so. We first her affiliative nature, her nature to want to go towards people and be around people and social and encounter people was one that sort of got in the back of my mind. But we go into Hannah Dunstan, and first time visiting, who knows what mistakes I'm making, but it's okay.
You're just visiting.
Just visiting. And went with what I will call a minder, just for them to show me where things are and how things go. And we go in almost the very first room we go into. There's an older woman who is clearly in a lot of pain. So I say, "Would you like to visit Stella, the French Bulldog?" And she looked over, her faces, and she goes, "Yes." So I bring her over, and then she goes, "Can Stella come on the bed?" And I looked over, because what do I know? I said, "Could she go on the bed?" And she goes, yeah. So I put her on the bed. Stella walked right up to her, gave her a kiss, lie down next to her. And as we were talking, she was petting Stella, where we talked for a little bit. And then these can be very difficult places for people to be.
Yep. Especially if they've lost, especially a lot of them,
leave
all
pets
of them,
behind.
They leave their pets behind.
Whether it's a long time ago or recently.
Yes.
And so I go to pick her up, and I'll say a word you can bleep. But exact quote, her face had relaxed, and she said, "I hurt all over, but I don't give a shit. I feel really good right now."
Oh my God, that's magic.
And so I was like, whoa.
Wow.
It was like, that was an aha moment, right?
The magic of Stella.
And then I go to set her down, we're walking out, and the person the staff member who's walking with me goes, "I have goosebumps." So that was the moment.
That was your moment.
It was right on top of how nice she is and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
And that one just like, it just said, okay. So then I called Tara back and okay, now what do we do? Because we'd been visiting for a few months then, and she goes, look up on American Kennel Club at different pet therapy programs, and I saw Pet Partners, which is a national one. I thought, okay, because there wasn't really anything.
They're not tied in with the American Kennel Club, are they?
No, not really, but
No.
they're one of 4 or 5 that are recognized as national.
Understood.
There's a whole bunch of ones that are I'm sure really good programs.
And what's the one you're involved with? What's the name of it?
Pet Partners.
Pet Partners.
And we're affiliated with New England Pet Partners, which is out of Pelham, New Hampshire, which super friendly people. That's where we did our evaluation.
Okay. Didn't even know they were there. That's wonderful.
Yeah, and so we trained, and we were training, and then we were waiting for an evaluation because Pet Partners is really popular.
Yeah.
It's very rigorous. I went through a handler course, and then
how much time are we talking? What's the time frame from beginning to end?
Well, the handler course it's on your own pace.
Okay.
But it took about a month because there's a lot of details. And,
yeah, I bet.
8 modules and.
You're dealing with a lot of different situations.
My background happened to be in biology and sociology, so I happen to know a little bit about zoonotic diseases already.
Okay.
Professional, and know a little bit about behavior in animals.
Yep.
So anyway, while we were waiting for our evaluation, which is about 21 different things, I was like, I don't know if I have enough information to be really good at what I want to be good at.
Yeah.
So I was looking for stuff, and I found the Association of Animal Assisted Intervention Professionals.
Okay.
Mouthful.
Yes.
Which makes me pause every time I have to say it because I have to think about every word. But they have a more detailed program on all the different things that Pet Partners do, and so it's not just about certain. Anyway, they have a lot more detail. I won't go into it, but
So you did your module, and then Stella comes in and has to do her training.
Right.
Okay.
But this was a separate certification.
Okay.
So this after doing this one and going through a proctored exam, I am now a certified animal assisted intervention specialist. And we're also, and then we went to do the evaluation in Pelham, and we passed, and so then we're now a national certified pet therapy team.
That's amazing. How many certified pet teams are there in the United States? Do you know?
I have zero idea.
I would love to know that answer.
I would love to know that too.
Yeah.
That'll be something I get to
Look
know.
that up. That's kind of fun. Wow, that's amazing. So now you've had your moment where it's Stella and you, like it sparks for you.
Yep.
And then what are the lessons you started learning in your day-to-day due to these interactions that you probably never would have figured out if you didn't have Stella?
Okay, the biggest one, I'll go first.
Yep.
The biggest one is it's important, it's not only important to be at your best and present every day, but every moment of every day.
Yep.
And every place, if I go to the grocery store or go someplace mundane, you don't always have to be on. But when you go to visit people who this is a really high spot of their week,
their only probably thing of the week.
We just have to bring it.
Yeah.
And so
You gotta always bring your A game.
referring back, she's all gas and no brakes.
Yes.
And so she is so exhausted after visiting each corridor.
Yes.
That we have to stop and rest and maybe get a drink.
Yeah.
Because she's just so tired. Because she pulls me into the buildings. She goes back with her ears go back when she goes into a room.
Yep.
When she gets on a bed, she either sort of.
She's performing. She's working.
She's working. Oh yeah, and then we go into however many rooms. We go home, and then she just crashes.
So how many times a week are you visiting like this?
So we started with Hannah Dustin, the one in Haverhill. We've decided to keep our work super hyper local.
Yep.
And so.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of the need is here.
Yep, the need is here.
It's funny, right? We all people seem to always want to seek to help the world, but I always say, why don't you just start in your own little community? There's so much need there, you know.
And so.
And Haverhill, right, where our population is. I don't have the exact number. I know it's 65,000, give or take,
right.
You know. So, I mean, 65,000 people, that's
a lot of people.
A lot of people.
So since we started that one, that went well. And then we started doing the Stories with Stella at the Public Library.
Yep.
And we've been doing both of those since April, May, respectively, last year. But then as we got the certification, I'm like, okay, and she's liking to go there. So we added in Baker Cats.
Okay. Yep.
Lovely place.
Yes.
And then we've been, and then we've now going to regularly Pennacook Place.
Yep.
And starting next month, we'll be going to Sarah's place.
Okay. So how many hours a week is she racking in?
We're probably doing about 3 to 4 visits a week, and probably about 4 to 6 hours.
Okay. And how long does it take her to kind of like recuperate from a visit? Do you give her a day off? Like, how does what's in her contract? What's in Stella's contract?
Her contract only speaks about treats, and those are very specific. Which ones?
It's like green M&Ms in the
they're called
right?
Nulo, and they're chicken.
Oh, okay. That's her high quantity. That's her high value treat.
It doesn't take as much time, but she does go back and immediately start sleeping.
Are French Bulldogs considered high energy dogs? They don't seem it.
They're considered.
But she has good stamina.
She does.
Right.
They're considered good apartment dogs.
Yep.
Because they don't need a lot of walks.
Yep.
We do like 4 a day.
Yep.
But she has bursts of energy, and then it's like right down.
Were they naturally bred for anything?
They were bred for no jobs whatsoever.
That's how my pugs were. I used to say they were bred for royalty. They just sat on emperors' laps, and that's all they were supposed to be.
They're bred for human companionship.
Yes,
they don't
okay.
rat. They don't. They don't herd.
Where Nigel,
they don't hunt.
Papillon is actually a ratter, but his ratting was when the rat came out of the hole or they went in the hole, they played with the rat till they were exhausted. Another animal came in and took care of the job. They couldn't quite do that because some Papillons are only like 4 pounds. So.
The thing is that, and I think pugs are in the same group. They're in the non-sporting class of
yes.
American Kennel Club,
yes,
which is really insulting when you think about it.
I know.
Non-sporting. Can you just say like happy friendly dogs?
Yeah, yeah. Like you have no purpose at all, but yes, they do. It's so funny. Wow. So we have Stella. I have 5 core questions I ask in this, and you're the first guest that came that really didn't have a business per se. You really do have a business. Your business is humanity, as they would say from Charles Dickens, my favorite, in Christmas Carol.
We have a volunteer business.
Yes, you have a volunteer business. And your pet is helping you connect with customers, community, the way you show up.
Oh, yeah.
And how has that evolved since you started with Stella to now?
So Stella started out because she was too young when we got her. I had to carry her in a pouch in the front.
Yes.
For about a month.
Yeah.
So our bond started there.
Yeah. And that's due to she was such a puppy, she didn't have all the shots yet. She wasn't up to speed.
That's exactly right. I don't think she had the kennel cough yet. So if we had a backyard, she wouldn't have come across other dogs easily. So we did that. But we carried her all over the place, farmers markets, many towns.
And that was your mission in the beginning when you got a dog in your family. You were like, we want this dog to be with us everywhere.
Oh, be with us everywhere, yes.
Yes, right? We're going to have a dog that's going to
be... But not be a therapy dog yet.
No. Just a dog that's in our lives, our everyday lives.
And she's so much fun, and they're like the clowns of the dog world as well, and all the rest. So we started going everywhere. Now we still go to CVS, Target.
Did you feel funny when you went pouchless finally? Like, how old was she about when you went pouchless finally?
She was probably about, I don't know, it wasn't too much long afterwards because she was so happy on the ground.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that much time, maybe a couple of weeks.
Got her shots and you were like, okay, dog, here we go. Off we go.
But yeah, no, she just loves everybody. And so that just started that. And then as she started to meet people, we went to Hannah Dunstan because we had somebody in our building.
Yep.
We went to the park. We went to Stories with Stella at the public library because Nancy, my partner, took some supplies because they had a call for supplies and said, "You have therapy dogs. You have dogs visit. Stella would be great." So I went over that same afternoon. That happened. Were
you always an outgoing person?
I am really super introverted. I've gotten more extroverted.
Fascinating. Here we go. This is the fascinating part of how an animal will change that.
Well, and I've gotten more extroverted as I've gotten older.
Yes.
And certain professional situations, I've had to be faux extrovert,
Yes.
like making presentations. Hate it.
Yep.
But because she does motivate me. It's made it really super easy. And then as we've gone in the community more like to G's, when it's now the Hill, but when it was G's,
Which is a local restaurant.
a local
in town.
restaurant, and they had a pagol, and they loved Stella from immediately. And we'd go in the summer, we'd sit outside
on the,
a
veranda, patios.
and
Yes.
people would say hi going in, say hi going back out, and
Yeah.
we made more and more and more connections. And so we met people who were very instrumental, like Namsa.
Yes, Nomsa.
Ngube. I
Yeah.
can actually say her last
Yeah.
name properly because I was in Southern Africa.
Yep.
And Michelle CV, Melissa
Yes.
CV,
Yes.
and others who have helped us say like, oh, sure, I can connect you to Baker Castle. I can connect you to.
Yeah, both of them have been community connectors for me as well.
Yeah, and so, but then also, by doing this more and more, we were at Baker Katz on Tuesday, and we saw someone who was visiting their mom who'd been in rehab in Hannah Dustin. And so she goes, "Is that Stella?"
Okay.
And I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, "How do you know Stella?" She goes, I was in rehab over there, and I'm going to see my mom over here.
Oh my goodness, I love that.
So
Full
it's starting to
circle.
get some
Full circle.
overlapping,
Yeah.
or someone would say, "We saw your thing on the public library of Stories with Stella. That's the same Stella." So it's sort of snowballing, and we came in from we're not from Haverhill.
Yep.
We came in during COVID, which was harder to meet people.
Yes.
And so Stella's been really the conduit.
Instrumental for all of, the conduit
She
for all right,
facilitates
right.
so much of our lives.
It's amazing. Every guest I've had on the show, we all say the same thing. We're out walking our dogs, and everybody wants to either pet them, talk with them. It's a lovely community.
It is. Oh, it's a great
the
community.
happiest place. That's how I feel about Woofstock. It's like the happiest place to be. It's tail wagging all day.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's just crazy. And that led me to, I knew Chuck and Stella in the community, and I wanted to speak with both of them to come to Woofstock because I knew that Stella and you were doing therapy. And I have the creative corner with reading, and I said, wouldn't it be lovely to have Stella there and read with the kids? We have Haverhill's Promise that gives out books. Why not have this brought in? And I'm so lit up about it. I'm excited about that.
And that inspired me to get the poster. But the other thing is, as we've started to branch out, it's not just the places we visit. It's places, things like Woofstock. We're going to Kids Fest
Yes.
on the 16th.
Yep.
And so we were going to just have her be next to Haverhill Promise, but it's changed.
Oh,
They called me up and said, could Stella sit on a couch? It will be in honor of Gladys Emerson Cook. Yeah, you know
Yeah,
that? Gladys Emerson Cook is a Haverhill artist who died in the late 90s, I believe.
Okay.
And she was an accomplished domestic animal artist.
Oh my goodness, I did not know about this woman.
So look up. She's really interesting.
Yes.
So what we're going to do is she'll be on there, and the kids are going to draw her.
Lovely.
So it's going to be adorable.
I love that. Anytime we can weave our pets into the community, and I don't know, it's just magic. I love that.
And we're also scheduled.
Yes.
Not over scheduled. We're also scheduled for the Haverhill Breakfast Club Exchange.
Yes. What will you be doing with that?
We'll be talking about Stella in the community and visiting seniors and others in
And the importance
community.
of therapy dogs.
And
because there must be other therapy dogs going around in town. Do you ever bump into them in your travels?
So I don't want to make too much of a distinction between a therapy dog and a comfort dog or other dogs
Yes.
who don't have the training, but I do know that there are comfort dogs who go to the library.
Yes.
And maybe they're therapy dogs too, I don't know.
Okay.
And then there's another dog that goes ahead of Dustin, and
You're right. There is a difference with comfort and therapy.
it's not that they can't be good. They can't do the exact same thing Stella does. They do it.
Right. It's all just different modalities, right?
And what we may do,
The outcome's all the same.
it all comes the same. What we may do, and we're qualified as a therapy team, just to start being supporting occupational and physical therapy.
Oh, yes.
And so as she gets maybe older, and maybe we introduce a new dog into the mix,
Right.
or just she gets older and doesn't want to visit as much,
Yep.
We may start doing the occupational, weaving some of that into
Yes.
as well.
One of my guests, Deborah, who is part of Ellie Mental Health, she'll be at Wolfstock. Her dog's part of her therapy sessions. So it's the more the merrier. I mean, it's
Well, she'll motivate people. She'll reduce the anxiety.
yeah,
And
get them up and moving.
And also get them up crossing the midline, which is a
Right.
huge deal.
Right.
For disabled folks,
Right.
but also people have had some sort of certain.
Yeah, like a hip replacement, knee replacement, and
so
all
it's
that.
reaching
Yes,
across
yes.
the midline to pet.
Anything that's going to help, right?
We're in.
And we're in. We're in. We're all in. We love
Yep.
that. So if your pet could talk, what do you think they would say about your success story?
So
Because you
first-
are a success story.
Well, we're trying to build into one. I'll more say we can't say, but what I would say first is she does talk. She snorts, she grunts, she purrs, she percolates.
She toots.
She sighs, she toots.
Oh, she sighs, huh?
Well, the sigh could be either like I'm so
bored.
happy and relaxed, or it's like, would you people keep it down over there? So she can talk, but the way she talks and she signals is the effort she puts into it.
Yeah.
But and that's how she says it. But I think she would say, because what I say the night before and what I say the day of, we're going to go see friends. That's our keyword, as I was saying earlier.
Yes.
And so when she says friends, her ears perk
And
up.
friends, and then you pass out these great cards. Look at these cards. Therapy animal since 2025. I got to talk about this. Stella, favorite toy, Ducky. Favorite
cool.
treats, all treats. Favorite activities, walks and seeing friends. Greatest accomplishment, therapy dog certification. And handler, Chuck Chopak.
No,
And a lot of fancy initials after that. Help me support pet partners, and you can donate. But I love this card because it's just magic, pure magic.
People keep that card
Yep.
in their Bible,
Yep.
on their mirror.
Yes.
Some of them said they talk to it in the morning.
Yeah. Yep.
I've had people say, I dream about her.
Isn't it magic, though? Honestly, as
mean,
a
it's
pet
just-
owner, to have a pet
Oh.
that's making one person smile,
Yeah.
that's how I started with Nigel.
Yeah.
Our purpose was to make happiness. That was it. And one person reached out and said, you just made my day. And the impact that has on us is like, what?
It just gets me going and wanting to do more.
Exactly. I love that for both of you so much. And I can't thank you enough in the world, honestly. We need more of this. There's not enough of it. It just gets to my heart. So I have a fun part. Spill
Okay.
the treats.
Okay.
Spill the treats is what's one fun, quirky, or surprising thing about your pet or your journey together?
So a couple of them real quick.
Uh-huh.
One of them is when we visit skilled nursing, it's really important that we visit the residents, obviously, because that's the target group for Stella. But the staff members, they
The unsung heroes.
well, one of them, there's so many people I could name, but they just react to her in such a nice way, and it just puts a smile on their face. A really quick story. We were over at Baker Katz a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month, and people were engaged in the activity room, and we were just sitting there, and then they brought out a ball about this big, a rubber ball.
Oh, God.
And so Stella obviously went in the middle.
Yeah.
And they threw it to her, and she would hit it back with her nose. And nothing I taught her.
Yep.
And they were doing that. And the residents there, maybe it was about 15, 20 of them in the room. They started cheering. Staff members from all over the place started coming, seeing what was going on. And we were like, yeah. And then all of a sudden, it was like people in the room going, what's going on? It's like, and they
Get on tour.
And then they start cheering. So, so it's the staff too. They greet her.
Well, the
everywhere.
joy you're bringing not only to the resident, but to the staff too, breaking up their monotony of
Sometimes
their day.
they get on the ground and pet her
Wait,
and
wouldn't
talk
you
to
have
her.
loved that at our jobs?
Yeah, no kidding.
I would have loved that.
And then, another quirky thing that she does, which is nice, is that, and she did this a couple days ago at Stories with Stella. when she sees a young kid and she sees that they're nervous, she'll roll right on her back. And
You showed me a picture of that, and that made my day. It's Stella out on her back like she's snoring, and the little girl's reading, and I'm like, that is hilarious. She's like, you just do you, but I'm going to do me.
But she'll do that walking down the street.
Really?
She'll do it in the park, in the back of where we live. She'll do it in the street. If she just loves kids. So it's just her go-to move.
Yep.
She also does
seems to work.
She also does it with Chico from former G's, who there was unrequited love that we could talk about another time. And then the last thing is, they're very strange dogs in terms of how they're constructed. She's 27 and a half pounds.
Yes.
A lot of weight, skinny legs.
And they're all muscle. It's like all
muscle. But she doesn't have the cues that other dogs would need to know whether she's friendly or not.
Right.
Her nose doesn't, the subtle nose things doesn't do. She stares at them because that's what she does. And to look at them, she'll look at a dog, and some dogs consider that threatening.
Now, is it the breed, or is she so in tune with talking with being a therapy?
It's the breed.
Okay.
And then the last one is her tail, which is...
Now, are they born without a tail, or is it docked? Or what do they call that term?
It's docked, but she's born without a tail. The tail is literally there.
Yeah, it's a little nubby, though.
A little pig up against her body. Sorry, am I boring you? But it's there, but she can't wag it. The only thing she could do is raise her hackles, but they don't... So she can't send the cues for other dogs to go like, "Yoo, I'm okay."
Right.
So that's kind of quirky too.
Yeah, and it's so true about staring, because as kids, we were always told, don't stare at a dog, right? Don't stare at a dog. It's a defense mechanism. Yeah, so fascinating. I never gave that any thought to the Frenchie. Are they an old breed? Do you know that?
They go back a really long way. I don't know how far back they go, but they were used in World War I to carry cigarettes and things in the trenches.
Really?
Apparently. So they go back a long time. They go back to the time of there's still times of King and Queens. The King just came from Queen just came from England, but they were royalty, lace makers. They go back a long time.
I love
certainly
it.
into the last certainly into the 1800s, if not longer than that.
I feel like the last I don't know, maybe 5 years, Frenchies have been like on the forefront of the number one dog.
They're the last 3 years the number one dog.
Yeah,
and
people love Frenchies.
And I can't, and there are rescues. There's one called French Bulldog Rescue.
There really is. Where's that located?
That's more, I think, countrywide. The one that's more up here is Short Nose Only Rescue Team. Okay.
Snort. Because they have a lot of health issues. They can have, what's the word? It starts with a B.
Brachycephalic.
Yes, because pugs are that.
Yep.
And I remember my pug Otis was a very breathed well. Martini came along, and she was like, I had a Great Dane at one time. This dog outsnored any dog I ever had. Outbreathed, so loud.
We're talking my grandfather over here.
And I was like, what is that?
You got to go past my dad, which is saying a lot.
Oh my goodness, like down the hall in a closed room, still could hear Martini.
The thing is that they do have small nostrils.
Yes.
And if they're not well bred, French bulldogs, they can need surgery.
Yep.
We took her to Andover Animal Hospital to say, how's her nostrils? They go, they're wide open. Now they're small.
Yep.
So we have to be mindful when I take her out if it's too humid or too hot.
Yes, right. There's some responsibility to owning a breed like that. Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah, my Martini was very closed, and when she was spayed, they just trimmed a tiny little bit, and she was like a whole different dog. The snoring wasn't as loud, and I adopted her, so I was like, oh, okay. And and I was nervous because I said, is that going to do any damage? Like, absolutely no. It's just a little scab, and it changed her life going forward for sure.
And also, I'm sure. And also, Sweet Paws, a local rescue group,
who's part of Wolfstock.
Yep. And they're based in, I think, Bradford now.
No, they're in Boxford.
They went to Boxford.
They're in Boxford. Yes, they bought a farm in Boxford.
I knew they were buying a farm. Okay,
yes.
So Sweet Paws often has, or sometimes has,
a
French
Frenchie
Bulldogs.
come through. Oh, okay.
So Stella may have been from a preservation breeder.
Yep.
We had a hard time getting a Frenchie. We didn't know Sweet Paws. Sorry, Cynthia. Oh, sorry, Cynthia. Look into the camera on
There's
that one.
no shame. There's no shame.
I know. But you know, anyway, we love
You're
Stella.
always on the lookout now, right?
Well, we're, yeah.
If that's in your future, right?
That's in our future.
We won't let Stella close your ears.
We've always had rescues.
So Nigel is an AKC dog. Nigel came to me after my 2 pugs had passed away, and I said, I really want a specific breed. Not, I wanted intelligence. I thought about my first adult dog, which was a Shetland sheepdog, really extremely smart. Anyways, I stumble into small size, intelligent, and I come across the Papillon.
Oh, they're
Never
great,
had
they're
seen
very smart dogs.
Never had seen a Papillon. Didn't know what a Papillon was. Found that there was 2 breeders in New Hampshire. They were sisters. 25 years. Went and visited them, and the rest is history. Ollie, my other dog at home, is a Chorky, half Chihuahua, half Yorkie, and it's my unplanned puppy, as I call it. It was a dog that was purchased for a family member that didn't know it was going to be a Christmas gift, which they say you should never do. Anyways, Ollie came to me, and Nigel didn't know what hit him. He thought it was a 1-pound little toy that never went home. And Ollie is great. So I've been all over the gamut, and I think whatever love you have to give for all these animals is fine in my book. Believe me.
She's a great dog.
So you have an Instagram page.
We do.
And let's talk about that. It is... What is the name of your Instagram page? Yes, hold up your, he's got this great poster. I love it. It's going to be for Woofstock. And let me talk about what Chuck's going to be doing at Woofstock. Woofstock, Stella and Chuck will be there in the creative corner, and Stella will be reading with anybody who wants to read with her. It doesn't have to be just for kids. You want to be an adult and read with Stella? Why not? We love everybody. So here is Stella's, the therapy dog. We have a QR code. And her handle is Stella Therapy French Bulldog. That's where you can find Stella and follow all her shenanigans and what she's up to, and see if Chuck's staying in line.
She's also motivated to have a therapy. I've had an Instagram account for many years.
Yes.
Never posted a single post before Stella. So I morphed it over into this one.
I hear you. I never posted either until Nigel. So we're like coming behind the curtain, like, hey, we're here. And I'm so glad. So thank you for joining us and sharing your story.
Our
It's
pleasure.
important. Therapy, animals are important. They have such a vital role in our society. And a special thank you to HC Media for providing the studio space and supporting community storytelling. And follow insPAWed. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts now. We're branching out. And if these stories inspire you, please consider applying to be interviewed. All the information is on all those platforms. And thank you for watching and supporting these stories. And I'll leave you with this question. How have you been insPAWed? Thank you so much, and thank you for coming.
And thank you for having us, and thank you for all you do. You do an awful lot.
Thank you so much, Chuck. I appreciate it. Thank you.